It's all set up. I know they're ready to go.
That or they're just completely oblivious to the fact that the world outside is coming down on us.
Absolutely.
Utah Valley seems to have made the trip just fine. I guess the streets aren't as chaotic as originally thought.
Maybe things in Utah aren't just as dire as they are here.
Well, I mean, that's right. They're all Mormons in Utah, and they're peaceful. They know how to deal with situations, let's say.
Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, well, okay.
That's what I said. I mean, I was...
We got 5 minutes.
We still don't have starting lineups, which is kind of brutal.
So we don't have starting lineups?
Not yet.
Yeah. When are you going to start? When are you going to start? Like right before the game? So Krista said she's going to start right before the game.
Yeah, we're not doing a pregame. We're literally starting right here. I'm going to say this.
Right. That makes it easy. Who is this number 10?
That's Heidi Carbon.
Oh, that's Heidi.
Freshman, do you mind if I borrow this real quick? Thank you.
Like is the truth, yeah. Let me steal that from you too when you're done.
Yeah, I'm just trying to just make it a little different.
Those are the ones who are starting up?
Huh?
Are those the ones who are starting up?
No, these aren't the starters, but these are the ones. I just did it so it's like, it's not all mixed. Like color, pen, you know what I mean? So it's easier to spot.
See.
Yeah. You know, I mean.
I like your ideas, man. Make my job easier.
You know? Yep. Hold on. He needs that back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Jordan.
Yeah, we don't even know. I mean, the starter's there, so that's not a big deal.
Right.
But, I mean, I can tell you what. These are the only girls that play for GCU, so.
Right. Number 8 is Lee. I knew who she was.
Oh, we got starters. We got starters here. Utah Valley.
Awesome. So.
It is Kelsey Monk. Kelsey Monk's going to be on there.
Starters.
13. 8. Maria Martinovic.
9.
Brighton Taylor.
11, 13.
We knew that was going to happen. 17. We knew that was going to happen. 18. And 7. So most of these girls, yeah.
So Nikisha.
Yeah, not.
Marija. Wilden Martinovic.
Let's see. Izzy Hinton.
Taylor, Hinton, Monk, Thompson, and Dennison. Okay, that's easy. That's good.
Oh, wait. Nikisha Wilden is.
Yeah, she is.
Oops. I just need to add number 8.
So we got 7. Izzy.
Martinovic.
Kelsey. Lexi. Madison.
Oh, number 9, Brighton Taylor is not on there.
Number 9. And who right now? I don't have number 8.
Yeah.
Nikisha. No, Marija.
Martinovic. Remember how we put the H at the end?
Martinovic. Emphasize the Martinovic. Okay.
And then we got GCU starting lineups. Chloe Jenkins starting. Jordan Sanchez.
You said Chloe Jenkins? Oh, okay. So we got
2, 3, 5, 17, 18, 20.
Thank you.
2, 3, 5, 17, 18, what?
Hicks, Jenkins, 17, 18, 20.
Who else do we have? There's a 7th one.
Hicks, Jenkins, Sanchez.
Oh, Heidi Carpenter's in the 10. So 2, 3, 5, 10, 17, 18, 20.
Yep.
So 2, 3, 5, 10, 17, 18, 20. All right. Oh, they just put them up too. 2, 3, 5, 10, 17, 18, 17, 18, 20. All right. All right, let's boogie.
We encourage you to join your favorite team in this afternoon's competition, and we request your cooperation by supporting the participants, coaches, and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial and sexist comments, or other intimidating chants or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated.
Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona on the campus of Grand Canyon University from Antelope Gymnasium. Thank you so much for joining us this Saturday afternoon. We've got another promising women's volleyball WAC matchup between the Lopes of GCU and the Wolverines from Utah Valley. I'm Alex Larson alongside Dewey Jeffries. The Lopes coming off a tough 5th set for the 2nd time in 3 games. They've showed they have the talent, but they must put together a complete match in order to snap this 13-game skid. Dewey, what are we going to be looking for from GCU today?
We're going to be looking for a strong start. They've had a couple of weak starts the last couple of games, getting shut out the first 2 sets, and we're looking for some strong starting going on right now. And we're looking at Heidi Carpenter. She's been hitting 778 hitting average, and she's been the foundation of this team so far. And the coach has even said for the last week and a half that she's been really stepping it up and really kicking it out. So,
yeah, Carpenter, a freshman, Coach Tim Nolan, so much promise there. And now let's join the court for the prayer and the national anthem.
Thank you so much for this amazing day you've given us. We pray that as we compete in front of you today, that you keep us all safe, keep all of the players safe and uninjured. We pray that you will help us to keep a spirit of friendly competition, and that in everything we do it for you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Sean. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the playing of the national anthem. The Star Spangled Banner will be performed this afternoon by our very own Thunder and Herd Pep Band under the direction of Paul Cook, and today led by his associate, Justin Trujillo.
And now the starting lineups for today's game. First, from the visiting Wolverines. To start it off, number 7, Nikisha Wilden. She is a senior. Number 8, Maria Martinovic from Serbia. Number 9, a blocker from Utah, Brighton Taylor. A freshman outside hitter, number 11, Izzy Hinton. And an Arizona native from Mesa, number 13, Kelsey Monk. An outside hitter, number 17, a junior, Lexi Thompson. And finally, a junior, number 18, Madison Dennison. And now the starting lineups for the Lopes of GCU. Started from the top, a junior from Washington, number 2, Hannah Hicks. The redshirt senior from Oregon, number 3, Chloe Jenkins. Number 5, a junior from Huntington Beach, California, Jordan Sanchez. And the freshman, someone who's provided so much production for this Lopes team, number 10, Heidi Carpenter.
All right,
and now
let's get up on our feet.
The big cat, number 17, a sophomore from Washington, Catrice Pond. A senior libero, number 18, Sarah Westerman. And finally, number 20, a junior, Emily Christensen. Now let's join the court to hear the excitement and the introductions from the PA announcer. We talked about at the top of the broadcast, GCU 4-14. They have yet to find their first win in the WAC, a 13-game skid, but so fun to watch as of late. They haven't given up. They've started slow in these last 2 matches, but so much to build on. And if they can put a complete game together from start to finish, we can see a performance that we have not seen yet from GCU.
Absolutely. They've been playing hard. Passion has been seen on this court in every single game that they've been playing. Whether they're doing well or not, they are out there. They're fighting for this win, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do today.
That's right, Jerry. And Thursday, like we said, they forced the fifth set, going down 2-0 to Seattle. Seattle actually attacking percent of .338. They just ran into a hot team. But a good job of forcing the fifth set, as it seemed like Seattle had grabbed the momentum and then it completely shifted. If GCU can do that today as we get ready to go, we could see the first win in the WAC for the Lopes. For a good crowd on hand on this Saturday afternoon. Once again, thank you for joining us as we get set to go. Alex Larson here alongside Dewey Jeffries. On Thursday, Heidi Carpenter led with numbers 7 kills, 4 aces, 29 assists, and 9 digs. They found in Seattle University a team that really struggled serving-wise, 29 service errors compared to GCU's 4, and Seattle was still able to win. They just rode the hot hand of 2 of their stars. But if GCU can play like they did in the last 3 sets there, they've got a chance to put Utah Valley away early.
They've got a nice crowd out here, too, to give them some support and some backup and some love. So let's see where it takes them.
That's right. Talked about riding the crowd on Thursday. And they did, and now Maria Martinovich will serve for UVU. And let's get today started. We are underway. Pond to the corner. This one high, drifting back, misplayed, and GCU has earned point number 1. A good start It seems like GCU always grabbing the first point of the first set. Carpenter to serve. Across, and that one's way too hard by Lexi Thompson. Thompson, the leader in kills for this Wolverines team, 180, averaging 2.86 per set with 158 attacking percentage. And speaking of that, Carpenter a side out, giving the Wolverines their first point.
Fun watching this beginning of the game, seeing how both teams are feeling each other out, seeing what's going on, testing the waters out, seeing where they're going.
Yeah, you read my mind. Exactly. It's Powers on the point. Yeah, feeling each other out, kind of seeing what strategy each team has, opening this match up and this set up, seeing what spots are going to be open. Ahern to serve as she came on. And now Monk will set it for a kill for the Wolverines, 3-2. Monk, like we talked about, the senior Arizona native from Mesa. And now a left-handed serve from Izzy Hinton is a side out. A service error will result in a point for the Wolverines. And now a substitution here for the Wolverines. Lindsay Tagg in. Up it goes. There was this set by Carpenter. Able to be returned, and that one's out. Thompson couldn't find it. 5-2 Lopes. That's the start you want to see here as Westerman gets set to serve this one.
This is exactly what we were talking about with that quick start, getting the start coming out good from the last couple of games. So looks like they're doing pretty well getting out that. So
point for the Wolverines. I kind of thought that one may have been out, but they said it would be in. It's a kill by Madison Dennison, who is second on this Utah Valley team with 175 kills overall. That one attempted to be blocked to the net. Powers had too much on it. As a result, it squirted off left into the stands. 6-3. Advantage GCU. Service error there for Powers, and she'll come off. In will come Jenkins. Just got to hold the service errors to a minimum here this afternoon. They did just that against Seattle. Like we said, only 4 compared to 26. Still not able to find that winning result. And there is a kill right there by Lee Stonerook, who came on sort of as an unlikely source for GCU. The leader in kills against Seattle with 14. Usually that's Pond, who took the spot for Natalie Tardy. She did not get the start against Seattle on Thursday, and Stonerook was able to produce. Set there, and there is a kill for Brighton Taylor, the junior out of Bountiful, Utah. A good job of finessing that one to the middle of the court, around the ropes. Monk to serve. Set here by Carpenter. And a tremendous job of setting that. It looks like she may have wanted to set that left at first, bent backwards and set it behind her, and took the Wolverines off guard there maybe. Hicks on the serve. Great reaction at the net, but Jenkins couldn't find that one to be in. Substitution now for the Wolverines. Maria Martinovich will come in, and Kiana Vernon will come off.
Seeing a little bit more communication between the Lopes this time than last time. They're talking to each other, waving their hands in the air, making sure they can read what's going on the field, on the court.
Yapon trying to get that over on the far side. Good job of working the net by the Wolverines. But then a good job of working the net by the Lopes, but it ended up landing out. A point for Utah Valley. 8-7 now. Martinovich serves, Carpenter sets, kill, nope, stayed up. Good job of keeping it up, and that'll end up falling on the GCU side, and Utah Valley has tied this set at 8 apiece. Thompson, Lexi Thompson with the kill. Service air there for Martinovich. Point right back to GCU. That's going to be a key for both teams. Getting the lead and keeping the lead and not giving it up to foolish airs. That was a great attempt there by Carpenter laying out. Couldn't find it to the other side. Tie game. Nikisha Wilden to serve. And there is that set to Pond. Carpenter to Pond. Something GCU missed Thursday. The Big Cats' hard swing. Finding open court. Reclaiming this lead for the Lopes. On a point for Utah Valley, and now a game of back and forth as it's been for the last 6 or 7 points. Each team has had the answering serve. Carpenter went up, set that to Christensen. I think they were going across, maybe to Stone Rook, and there they do to Stone Rook, but Utah Valley was ready. They tried to do the opposite of what they did the first time, where they did the fake set to Stone Rook and got it to Christensen, but this time they were expecting Stone Rook. Tag back on for Utah Valley. Off is Izzy Hinton. Westerman will serve. That one came over to the GCU side after only one hit. Utah Valley keeps the arms up. Another block. And that one's just a little too hard from the Stone Rook. Barely out. And another substitute. Kiana Vernon in for Martinovich. These two have subbed in and out for each other a couple times already.
It's been a game of ping pong going back and forth between the two teams today, and watching them go back and forth, it kind of shows that they're reading each other really, really well, watching each other where they're going and trying to be there before the ball is getting there. So.
Yeah, definitely responding to each point very well, as that one just out for GCU, giving Utah Valley the point. Thompson serves. Carpenter sets, where it's finessed over by Randall Powers. And Hicks and Powers couldn't block that one, couldn't stop it. 2-point lead now for the Wolverines. Back there for Randy Powers, getting the point back for GCU. A strong swing And GCU keeps battling. Set there, and that one kind of just pushed over by Nikisha Wilden. Utah Valley and Madison Dennison working the net, able to get that one past this defense. This season, GCU a 196 attacking percentage compared to the opponent's 249. So that says one of two things. The fact that GCU isn't necessarily up above 200 is not quite what they want offensively. Want to convert a little bit more, and then the opponent is solving the defense a little too easily, and that's something that Tim Nolan harped on, and the defense was in a building stage.
You can definitely see some improvements in the defense as they go up against tougher teams. They're starting to read better, starting to be there faster. But you're right, they are still coming together along quite a bit. The improvements are significant as they're getting to the ball faster, getting able to get the ball back onto the other side, get their offense kind of working a little bit for it. But the defense is definitely improving, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, we've seen in the last couple home matches here, especially against Seattle, the first set, really all Seattle. Second set, all Seattle. This one, can't really tell, make heads or tails who's going to come out on top here in set number one. But like we talked about, Seattle 338 percentage against GCU on Thursday. This Utah Valley team held the same Seattle team to a 143 hitting percentage when they played each other. Of course, Seattle winning that one 3-1. And just a little too hard there by Jordan Sanchez. Nope. They're going to give the point. To GCU. Yeah, and now Jordan Sanchez will serve. Sends it over, now sets to the far side where Utah Valley will convert with Kiana Vernon, the 6-foot senior from Billings, Montana. We've seen that a couple times. Vernon 2 kills. Izzy Hinton 3 kills. Madison Dennison 3 kills. And Lexi Thompson 2 kills. Powers leads GCU with 3. Pond looking for one of her own. Block attempt won't be in, and a point for GCU. 2-point lead for the Wolverines. Hicks will serve from right to left. Far side, good job keeping the arms up, and a great diving effort in the corner by Sanchez. A ball that looked like it was tracking for the ground. Now that lefty kill attempt by Hinton. Unsuccessful, return by the Lopes. And that one is in. Pond able to finesse it out of the ordinary. Usually she gets it done with power. This time, just placing it where it needed to go.
Both teams running all the way across the field, making them go completely around the court to get that one in.
And there's the answer by number 6, Kiana Vernon for Utah Valley. Deficit back to 2. Martinovich will serve. It's received by Jenkins. Pond will. Now that one will be out. And a timeout called by Tim Nolan just a little too far by Catrice Pond. I think the crowd held their breath for a little, hoping to get that point as it would have made it a 1-point lead. Now it's 3 for Utah Valley. We're going to see this resilience of this Grand Canyon team not wanting to drop the first set here again. What have you liked so far, Dewey, from GCU?
I'm seeing a lot of strong teamwork. Again, like I was saying before, the communication between the team is just really incredible. Watching them talk to each other, waving their hands in the air, trying to get to the ball before they're getting there. Some of the hits are a little out of their reach, but they're getting there. They're reading them. They're trying to get to there as best they can, and I'm liking that. That communication is making their team blue stick really well. It's showing on the court.
Yeah, this team looking hungry to get that first WAC win. Be against a good Utah Valley team. Utah Valley at the helm, Sam Atoa, his 17th year with a 359 and 191 record. Last year they finished 3rd place in the WAC. Now the serve coming here by Martinovich. Recepted by Sanchez. Set by Carpenter for Pond, and the arms up at the net for Hinton and Brighton. Taylor will give Utah Valley another point and a 4-point lead. That one lobbed up there by Martinovich. Diving effort to dig that one out by Wilden. And that one will fall on the GCU side as Pond looked like she wanted to set it for someone. Another timeout called by Nolan as they see 2-point slide after the timeout. 20-15. GCU not out of it yet, but Coach Tim Nolan wanting to keep the girls in it. You can see kind of the head drop after they give up a couple points, especially after a timeout. You want to come out from a timeout adjusting to strategies. Haven't necessarily done that so far.
Looking to see a little bit more from the GCU offense. They have the ball, they're getting it, but they're just not getting it over the net like they need to, and really attacking the Wolverines' defense.
We've seen a .423 hitting percentage from Utah Valley so far, compared to .214 from the Lopes. Pond and Powers now tied for first in kills at 3. Pond has attempted 10 kills. They're going to need to keep this production from their top players if they want to snap the losing streak here today. Martinovich to serve for Utah Valley right into the net. That's how you want to start. An air for the opposition for GCU makes them think. Powers comes on here for GCU. Carpenter serves. High set there. And a great job of Pond and Christensen to get another point, 2 in a row.
Just barely tipped it over the net. Got that right in there on their side.
That's right. By any means necessary, though, just keep chipping away. There it is. Not allowing that kill on the far side, and a block. I mean, Powers, Christensen knew it was coming. Starting to read the tendencies of this Utah Valley team. Carpenter serves. And another point. That is 4 consecutive here after the second timeout by Tim Nolan. Just what you wanted off the timeout. Like we said Thursday against Seattle, it's mostly a mental game after the timeout. And it's which team responds better now. GCU's hitting percentage up to .241 after those 4 points alone.
This Lopes defense is getting it right up on the net. Wolverines are trying to get the ball over the net, right, and sneak it over there to them, but Lopes are putting their hands up, getting right, barely tipping the ball right across their side, and they're just coming out on top against this matchup.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, good defense is turning into offense for the Lopes here this afternoon. Trying to come away with set one and take the advantage into the second set. Should be noted for Utah Valley, the leader in assists, not here. Sierra Starley, 590 assists, 8.68 per set and 18 service aces. Pretty vital part of this offensive success for UVU. We get set to go again. Carpenter serves, misplayed, and there's the tie. We've seen a couple mistakes so far from Maria Martinovich, a star on this team, but nonetheless some mistakes. Set there to the far side, and it is Utah Valley with the point. That one too hard to return. Credit the kill to Lexi Thompson. Nikisha Wilden to serve. Set by Carpenter. Fake kill by Christensen, and it will fall favorably for the Lopes. Tie match again, tie set, 21s.
We're coming into the close of this first set. Lopes and Wolverines, I mean, we've got a lot going on right now between both teams as they're fighting for the end of the set.
I'll tell you what, yeah, we could be in for a long day because these teams just keep going back and forth as Utah Valley, another point, 22-21. I mean, each team's done a great job, unlike what we've seen previously of doing, where if you let a couple slide or the other team gets a point, it leads to more points, but each team just back and forth. Again, it's Sanchez, and we're tied again, 22-22.
It's like watching a death match of ping pong. They're not stopping, they just keep going.
That's right. Well, intriguing nonetheless. Westerman serves. Powerful kill attempt there, and they get it over. That's Randy Powers forcing the Wolverines to call a timeout.
Lopes again back on top, 23-22 Lopes.
Well, it's been a while since they've led. They've kind of been trailing, getting the tie. Lopes now up to .303 hitting percentage. So it seems like since that first timeout, they've really come out of timeouts making adjustments.
As they're reading the team, and coaches are letting them know the habits of the Wolverines, and so they can start reading them on the court and seeing exactly where they're making their errors so that the Lopes can take that weak spot and attack at them.
Powers 5 kills already here in the first set. She had 7 altogether Thursday. On pace for a nice afternoon here. And hoping to get that first WAC win. Jordan Sanchez, down to Powers and the rest of the Lopes.
I guess we'll see what happens at the end of this set. 23-22 Lopes.
Westerman to serve. They're going to say that is in a service ace for Sarah Westerman. We are at a set point, 24-22. Westerman serves, and that one out. So 24-23, not quite able to finish there yet. Substitution. Kiana Vernon in for Maria Martinovich. Lexi Thompson will serve here for Utah Valley. The crowd willing a service error, as that's what we've seen here. That one's out. A set one win for the Lopes, 25-23. Well fought, a well done job. A great job of staying in it for the Lopes, and we will be right back after this set, after this break for set number 2. Stay with us.
Really installing that fighting culture where we're not going to give up, we're not going to quit. We're not always going to be the most dominant team on the court, the most skilled team on the court, but we are going to be the most competitive team. We are not going to roll over, we're not going to quit. We're going to fight till the very last play, and teams that don't do that against us are going to really struggle. We brought in 5 freshmen for this fall, a lot of skill positions. We brought in 2 setters and a libero, and we brought in 2 middle blockers, and we're really excited about them. They are dynamic and exuberant. They're kind of like any typical freshman. They believe they can conquer the world, and they jump real high and they hit real hard, and you know, our ball control specialist is a really great addition. We want to build a culture of a winning program. We want to build a culture of a program that expects to be in the top 25 every year. We're going to compete every single night. In terms of wins and losses, I don't really want to put a number on that. Establishing the culture that this program is going to stand on for the next 5 and 6 years is the most important thing we can do. You know, we have to build it. We have a ways to go. I understand that, but I'm used to competing for championships. My staff is used to competing for championships, and that's what we're coming here to do.
Welcome back here. 1 minute to go till set number 2. The Lopes winning set number 1, 25-23, with the help of Caprice Pond and Randall Powers offensively. 3 kills for Pond, 5 for Powers. Utah Valley a 344 hitting percentage, VCU 303. That brought up from the middle of the set at 180. Dewey, a great job of staying in the match because they were trailing pretty much this whole set. What are we looking for here in set 2 and moving on?
Honestly, we're just looking for more consistency. What they were pulling out at the end of this first set was fantastic. They were pulling out great defense, great offense, even on the serves. The service aces, those were fantastic. So we need to bring out some more of those and see, watch our Lopes just come back and see what they can do the second set. Start out strong, finish strong.
That's right. As 3 seconds to go, team's getting set on the court. The crowd still behind the Lopes. The serve will start with Heidi Carpenter and the Lopes. And we are set to go here for set number 2. What a start, a service ace, misplayed, another one by Martinovich. Carpenter to serve again. Carpenter will set here, far side for Pond. Kill attempt, diving dig attempt by Wilden. And Pond now will send that one over powerfully, but saved by the Wolverines. And that one out in the corner, a point for GCU. Izzy hitting with the attacking air. Carpenter to serve again. Misplayed severely by Nikisha Wilden. couldn't put the hands on that one, and a 3-0 start here for the Lopes. Carpenter serves again. She was enjoying success there. This one out.
The Lopes coming off strong with that win in the first set. Looks like they're ready to take on this team again, starting at the beginning of the second.
Yeah, if anything, just like you said, Julie, that first set, if nothing else, helps them mentally, their psyche. I mean, it's gotta start to get mentally exhausting to keep losing the first set and having to keep battling back. It's nice to have that advantage, and that's exactly what they've done. And as a result, you're seeing more energy now because they're hungry to close it out.
Absolutely.
Sanchez. Great set there by Monk. And now Westerman will set this one for Powers. Powers can't get it over the net. Set again there by Carpenter.
Running all over the field.
That's right. Now up we go, and that one's going to land for Utah Valley. Just barely did, though. Substitution for the Wolverines. Izzy Hinton comes off. Lindsay Tagg will come on. She will serve. The product from North Salt Lake serves for Utah Valley. Set there. Great job by Carpenter to keep that one up and alive. Carpenter now will set it here for Sanchez. Sanchez sets it over. Monk. Far side. Set attempt for Dennison. And Dennison and Thompson are going to try and block it, but the point will go to the Lopes. It's 5-2.
Excellent defense by the Lopes.
They just kept it alive. Westerman serves. Well, that was a smart move. Talented play there by Madison Dennison. She's a junior, so she's got that experience. 5-3. Thompson will serve. Set there. Powers, and that one is recepted high. Far side kill by Kiana Vernon. She went all the way across the court to get that point. Thompson to serve. (5-4). And right back to square as Wilden able to get her hands up and place it down on Grand Canyon's side. Sorry, the block was by Kelsey Monk. There's another attacking air there by Jordan Sanchez. You have to expect it, because this is what we saw in the first set, just back and forth. Except maybe scripts switched a little bit as Utah Valley started off hot, and it was GCU coming back. The point there for the Lopes, though, ties it up again.
Utah Valley, even with the loss of the first set, still not defeated, still coming back, still showing up. Lopes having to put on their game faces for real, fighting back to win this.
Madison Dennison to serve.
Dennison will serve. And that is Sanchez on the kill attempt. But Lexi Thompson will get the kill for Utah Valley. A 2-point lead here. Dennison to serve. Lobs that one up. A diving Chloe Jenkins keeps it up now. And a fake set by Monk is pushed over, and GCU will get the point. Stopping the 2 or 3 point slide. Substitution. Ahern comes off. Pond comes on. 8-7. Sanchez to serve. Monk will set that all the way, twisting her body. Utah Valley getting the point. And it's 2 points. The advantage for Utah Valley as Hinton will come off tag. Hinton will come on, tag off. And a serve by Monk. Pond on the far side will get the kill. There's Pond able to succeed over the defenders again. 1 point deficit. 9-8. And that one, good job of keeping the hands up for GCU. What are they calling here? Coach Atoa and the rest of the assistants questioning the call, as are the other Utah Valley players. Nikisha Wilden asking the officials for an explanation. She'll walk over and give it to the coaches. And a big point and a momentum swing for GCU there. It's more than just 1 point, as that led to the tie as opposed to a 2 point lead for Utah Valley on a suspect call if you're a Utah Valley fan.
A little bit of frustration on that court for Utah Valley. Not happy with that call at all.
Tried to dig it out, was Hannah Hicks. Couldn't do it. Point to the Wolverines. And Kiana Vernon will serve from right to left. It's recepted by Westerman, and she couldn't do anything with that one, as it wasn't able to find a teammate. 2 point lead now for the Wolverines. This time receives it successfully, and there's Catrice Pond again, her 6th kill off the hand of the Utah Valley player. It was extremely powerful, unable to do anything with it.
Just nicked her arm as it went out too to get them that point that they needed.
It's Carpenter to serve. And that is Carpenter who will misplay that one into the net. A lead back to 2 for Utah Valley, but GCU not foreign to this at all. This is what the whole last set was. Sent over. Carpenter sets. Pond, far side, kill. Point, Lopes. Ties Randy Powers and kills 7 apiece. Powers is what she had last Thursday against Seattle. Pond halfway there.
Lopes continuing to come into this game and fight and not just let Utah Valley walk all over them, to show them what their defense and offense are capable of.
Christensen and Powers at the net, but unsuccessful. Utah Valley will get the point, and it's back to 2 points. I mean, this game is, each team just seems to be riding each bit of momentum after each point. It's unbelievable. Not really looking into the long-term match too far and taking momentum from each point, as it is right back to Utah Valley to a 2 point lead. Lexi Thompson to serve. Carpenter sets. Good block of the net there. This is Sanchez. And tapped over, but a good job of keeping it up. Powers. That one was well out. Hit a little too hard in the corner. 15-12 now. And the timeout is called on the court. Julie, we've seen this before. Nothing to panic about if you're a GCU fan, if you're on that GCU roster. What's GCU going to do to win set number 2?
Like I said at the beginning of the game, the Lopes just keep coming out with all this passion. They do not let any of these teams just walk all over them. They will fight to the very last brink if they need to. And that's what they're doing here. Even down by 3, they're still coming back and they're still fighting as hard as they can, making sure their defense and offense are showing up, doing what they can to keep Utah Valley from pulling out too far ahead. They're even, like you were saying, Alex, they're riding these point advantages, and they're coming back and they're doing what they can to take that momentum to build them back up to the lead. And it's showing.
Well, yeah, speaking about that fight, that's the theme really in the last week in interviews with head coach Tim Nolan and Heidi Carpenter, saying it's not necessarily about wins and losses this season as much as it is building on the future. And they're hoping, well, not hoping, they are expecting to turn the corner after this season, but they know they can't get to a good season without some struggles. But a lot of positive things here for the Lopes. One of the stronger swings we've seen from Sanchez. Carpenter sets to Sanchez again, unable to get it up. 3, actually all of the Lopes dove for that ball. In vain, however, as Utah Valley has gotten the point. 16-12. Madison Dennison credit the block as that one into the net. Lexi Thompson, a serving error. And that's a big point for GCU. They needed that. Now they build off it. Good job keeping it up, and just a really unfortunate fall of the ball there as Carpenter couldn't find it. Kind of got caught in the net for a little bit and fell hard. Dennison serves into the right corner. Carpenter sets for Sanchez. Received by Tag, and a good job of Carpenter diving for that ball. Sanchez is going to try again, and she will get this one. As the Wolverines work in the net, couldn't get it over and couldn't get it in, I should say. Sanchez will serve. Monk faked the set and just tapped it over. Good job of Christensen keeping it in. That was huge. But Utah Valley responds. Hicks looking for the kill, can't find it. Now some miscommunication on the Utah Valley side will lead to a diving Canyon player. Good job of keeping it up there by Wilson. Kill attempt by Vernon, kept up by the Lopes, and we have a good volley going. Pond, it's won by Utah Valley. Clayton Taylor, they're ultimately getting the point for the Wolverines, working with Kiana Vernon. It's points like that you'd like to win, but some help from the opposition. The opponent, number 13, Kelsey Monk, a service error. The 6th, the 7th for Utah Valley, and now it's Hicks. Point GCU, a big point, 18-16.
Utah Valley put them back in that sweet spot of being just two behind. Lopes coming back.
Yeah, kind of falling into a lull on the road from the crowd. You concede a couple points. Things change. Pond, far side. Heat's point is the point. Needed it, and they got it. 18-16. 18-17. Our monitor score was wrong right there for a sec. 1 point lead for Utah Valley as they've seen the relatively big lead evaporate. A timeout called by them, trying to figure things out and stop this little run by Grand Canyon. Looking to come back again and win again in set number 2. Utah Valley, we've seen 4 blocks from them, but they work the net so well, returning the ball over. This year, before coming into this game, 225 blocks compared to their opposition's 153. So that's something they pride themselves on. The reaction time and the ability to respond to those balls trickling off the net.
Yeah, if anything, the Lopes going up against Utah Valley, this match itself is showing just how the Lopes are improving as a team going up against such a formidable opponent as the Utah Valley Wolverines.
Yeah, that's right. And Coach Otoa hasn't necessarily seen the success record-wise, but yeah, that's a team. A bunch of wins is a tie game. A bunch of solid wins here for Utah Valley. Seattle, a good team. So definitely a formidable opponent despite what their record says, under 500. Hicks to serve, trying to take the lead for GCU. It would be huge. Monk, and there it is. There it is, the lead for GCU. They have battled back from 6 points again. And we are in for another thrilling finish here from Antelope Gymnasium in set number 2. Hicks will serve. The crowd on their feet, the loudest they have been. A diving job there, and another point there. Christensen keeps the hands up. Point for the Lopes, 20-18. This roster ecstatic for the Lopes, and Utah Valley more flustered than we've seen them at all today. Head coach Sam Otoa may be panicking, only down 2, but it's the slide that's really worrisome. And GCU now more momentum than they've had all game. The crowd is behind them more than they have been all game. And you knew something had to change because GCU has done this so much. They've been able to battle back. Oftentimes it's been too little too late, going down 2 sets to none, forcing a 5th set. This time they've been able to get in front of the 8 ball, get those wins, and now they're putting the opposition on their toes.
Absolutely. Utah Valley struggling to get back into this game a little bit after that confused call earlier, and they're not looking too excited about how this game is turning out. And let's hope and see what they do after this timeout and see if they're going to come back and strike back up again and give the Lopes run for their money, or if the Lopes are going to keep it up and keep attacking the Wolverines and see what they're going to do.
Yeah, dude, to add on to that, can't necessarily tell it from watching, but being right here, the players right in front of us, this Utah Valley team seems a little bit deflated, and you can physically see it, as well as just assume it. The attitudes of each team's completely different. Diving attempt there, kept that one up, was Jenkins. Pond, not able to gather the point as Utah Valley will win that one 20-19. Kiana Vernon will serve. That one had a higher arc than usual. Pond, far side. Good job of Wilden keeping that one up. And now tapped over was Thompson. She faked it. Pond from far behind the net. Set there by Monk. And Utah Valley has tied set number 2, coming out of a timeout. The kill by Taylor Brighton. Brighton Taylor. Pond. Point, GCU. Great job of Pond there. Realizing the hard swing wasn't necessary. Finessing that one down where Utah Valley really had to work for it. Substitution coming on. Vernon off. Martinovich on.
The
21.
determination on the Lopes' faces is really intense as you see them fighting for this next win, for this next set. Utah Valley just keeps going and is working for it.
Yeah, that's right. You can see it, and you can also see it in their play as getting to a few more balls than before. Keeping it alive. And that was Powers sending it over. Now an attempt, and GCU will get the point. Keeping the arms up, Pond and Christensen. GCU back up by 2. Utah Valley thinking now they're in a quandary. Substitution. Alexis Davies off. Izzy Hinton back on. Carpenter serves left to right. And set of reception, and that one into the corner, into the band, off the fist of, I believe that was Powers. 22-21. Carpenter sets. Fake spike there by Christian Pond was the one that actually did it. Sends it over again. A jumping Monk to get to receive that one. Pond gets the kill of her own. So the defense leads to offense for the Lopes, 23-21. 2 points away from closing this one out. Utah Valley flustered now more than ever, raising tone at each other, willing themselves to play the volleyball they know how to, and a service error there. So now the intensity picked up by Utah Valley after that one. 23-22. Lindsay Tagg will come on. She will also serve it here. Into the right corner. It's recepted by Jordan Sanchez, and the point into the stands on the left side. Ties it up. Tagg to serve again. And a timeout is called by the Lopes. Let's see which team can adjust here. 23-23.
Looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication by the Lopes, and let's see after this timeout how they can pull it back together and really get this team going. I mean, it's a tied game right now, 23 up. And the Lopes just are ready to pull it in. They're getting a little flustered, excited, anxious to try to pull out another win for the second set. And UVU is trying to keep it calm, trying to back it in. And I guess we'll see after this timeout which team can pull it through.
Yeah, Utah Valley, just a little bit of an advantage on the hitting percent. So crucial to offensive numbers, though. The Wolverines 233. GCU hanging around their season average of 197 at 195. We've come to expect that from this Lopes team. 6 service errors for the Wolverines, 5 for the Lopes. And the leaders for GCU and Utah Valley, respectively, Catrice Pond, 10 kills, 207 hitting percent, and Lexi Thompson, 7 kills and 130 hitting percent, as Utah Valley they will give them the point. Lexi Thompson and Madison Dennison on the net right in front of us. GCU wanted a net violation, didn't get it. 24-20, trying to avoid the set point. Kept up here. It is the Wolverines who will tie this one up. 1-1. Going into set number 3, we'll take a 10-minute take a 10-minute break, and we will rejoin you here from Antelope Gymnasium. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome to the Lopes Report. Barry Vitale alongside, you know him, Dan Marley, head coach of the men's basketball team. Practice is just getting underway here. What's your early impressions?
Pretty good. I mean, we've had a fourth practice. I'm really pleased with our guys. They're picking up things rather quickly for having new guys. They got the concepts down. I think it helps that we have some veterans that's come back. Has been in the program 3 years now, 2-3 years, so that really helps. We're going to be deeper, more athletic. Excited to see how we do. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for us to round into shape, but I think eventually we'll probably have a better team than we did last year.
Isn't it great that those veteran leaders, the guys like Josh Braun and Dwayne Russell, those guys kind of leading the group?
Yeah, Dwayne, Josh, Jared, Matt, Kerwin, even though he sat out last year, all those guys have been on the team for a while. Especially Dwayne has really worked hard this summer and is somebody the guys love to follow. He has great work ethic. Guys like that, and then you have a new guy like Darian Clark, who comes from USC, who's been at programs, big-time programs, has won games, just kind of a pro. He knows what he's doing. He knows how hard he's got to work. And when you get leaders like that, guys who bring it every day, it's easier for the other guys to follow.
You did receive some bad news. One of the early workouts, Kenzo Nudo, a local kid from Chaparral in Scottsdale, went down with an injury.
Yeah, really hard for everybody. I mean, Kenzo worked extremely hard this summer, was at every workout, redshirted last year from Chaparral. Probably 10 minutes into our first workout, just snapped an Achilles just on a pivot, which is just a freak accident. And this is a kid that I expected a lot out of this year. Really good shooter, kind of filled the void. Ryan, my nephew, left. So he's going to have to sit out the year, but I expect him to come back stronger and even better next year. But I feel really bad for him because he was going to be a guy that was going to help us a lot in his worked hard.
Well, at the time that we have left, talk about a couple of guys that are new to the team. Let's talk about Oscar Freyer. And here's a kid that's got a lot of talent.
A lot of talent, a long way to go. I mean, he's finding out real quick that that's a lot more physical here in college, but he's a great kid, has a terrific attitude, very athletic, can jump out of the gym. He's going to be a really good player for us. Now, whether that happens this year or not, I don't know. He may be one of those kids that just when you throw him in a game, he's going to be able to shine. But he has a lot to learn, and like I said, he's had a great attitude, and I'm going to expect a lot of him probably down the road a little bit more.
Fifi Adu, Shaq Carr, those guys are guards for you, and they come in.
Fifi's probably the biggest surprise. Not really surprised because when I saw him when we recruited him, I really liked him. But he's one of those freshmen that's 6'2", he's got a 6'10" wingspan, extremely strong, can really shoot it, get to the basket, athletic. He's going to be a big part of what we do this year. I'm very happy to have him, and he's going to be a really good player for us for a long time. And then Shaq has gotten better and better. Very athletic point guard out of junior college, same way that Keontae came from. So we're excited about him. Can get to the basket, and with Dwayne sitting out the first two games, he's going to be big. He's going to be starting, but Shaq's going to be a guy that's that we can play Dwayne and Shaq together, and will be good guarding the basketball, but also getting the basket.
And Boubacar's coming back healthy this year?
Let's hope so. You know, I hold my breath every year because he seems to get hurt, but he's worked. Another guy's worked hard. He's got a great attitude. He's just got to get time under his belt. You know, practice is great, but he's got to get game experience. He's a guy that hasn't played a whole lot of games, so he's going to be a guy, like I said, as the year goes along, I think he'll get better and better.
And finally, coming up Friday night, Midnight Madness. Last year you repelled, or, well, I guess dropped from the ceiling.
Well, I'm glad I repelled and didn't drop. I was worried about dropping.
So there's something in store for the students to come out on
yes,
Friday.
Very exciting. I know our guys are excited about it. We talked about all the new guys, and a couple of these guys were at it last year in the recruiting trip. Darian from USC hasn't had a Midnight Madness. He can't wait to see it. And like I tell these guys, we're in here every day practicing, pushing, and Friday just gives them a glimpse of what the Havocs are about and what our student section is about and the kind of support that we get and what they're going to be playing for and playing in front of for the rest of the year. And it really gives these guys motivation to come in here today and really work hard, because when they see that, they know it's something special.
All right, good luck ramping up to the start of another season.
Yeah, and it might be something with leather pants. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh, that's a
Let's
scary
hope not.
thought. Oh, let's hope not.
Oh, jeez, huh?
Oh, jeez. You've been tuning into the Lopes Report.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu. Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
Welcome back here. 3.5 minutes till we'll see the third set tied at a set apiece. We've had exhilarating volleyball so far. Pretty even numbers and an extremely back and forth first 2 sets between these 2 teams. Dewey, we've seen back and forth, maybe a point and air for another team, then capitalizing on that. This match, it feels a little bit different than other ones that we've seen because they're not necessarily thinking about the long term and winning the set, but it's focusing on the points. Do you think that will lead to GCU winning their first WAC contest this year?
I think so. I think it could, as long as they utilize that and as long as they really stay consistent throughout all of it, they could come out pulling out on the win for this. Like I was saying before, their offense and their defense is very strong against the Utah Valley Wolverines right now, but they have to be able to stay consistent with it. They have to be able to keep pulling out with these kills and making sure that they're communicating clearly and efficiently on the court while they're going back and forth, because it's those miscommunications and it's those slip-ups that they're going through that kind of sets them on the little bad runs that they have for a while. So if they can keep consistent with that, they can keep rocking that out, they'll have the Utah Valley on the edge for the rest of the entire game.
That's right. And the crowd certainly helps that. Each team warming up, 2 minutes to go here.
Hopefully after this little break, the Lopes can just keep that persistence and keep attacking the Wolverines and seeing what they're coming out with after this little halftime that we've got going on, and see if they can keep pushing them to the edge, see if they can keep making them work for these points, and eventually the Wolverines are going to step up and they're going to be able to take it right up from under their feet.
That's right, and just staying focused and keeping that tenacity is going to be important for the Lopes as we have 30 seconds to go. Crowd getting excited here. Tied at 1-1. We've had a great afternoon of action thus far. Coach Tim Nolan putting the finishing touches on strategy, responding to what he has seen in the first 2 sets. And we are getting ready to go here.
I'm honestly excited to see what's going to happen. I mean, this game has been absolutely incredible. Both teams have come out fighting, working really well together, both as teams, reading each other really well, seeing how the other team is playing. The Lopes are challenging the Utah Valley Wolverines at every single turn that they can, coming back from 6-point deficits, and they're not really just giving up. They're definitely being persistent and keeping fighting out with it.
Yeah, well, let's see if they can kind of turn the tables and take that lead and put the pressure on Utah Valley, so they have that comfort of being up as teams getting excited, ready to go.
Both teams look a little bit rejuvenated, revitalized. Let's see what this newfound energy can do.
Pond looking for the first point of the set. She'll get it.
Lopes have been consistent with these strong beginning of sets where they come out really, really powerful and just score the first couple of points right off the bat.
Yeah, that's what they want, and they want it to keep coming. Keep pouring it on here. As the point back to Utah Valley, as we've come to expect. To serve is Nikisha Wilden. And a good job of keeping the hands up there on the far side. Powers doing all she could. Didn't have the strength to get it over there. Wilden to serve. And GCU will get the point as it's Powers responding to the denial over there on the far side. And now Westerman will serve. Set there by Monk. Diving attempt will go into the crowd by Emma Ahern. 3-2. Sends this one across, recepted by Westerman, set by Carpenter, kill attempt by Sanchez, kept up by the Wolverines, and now Carpenter again to Sanchez. Took a little off it this time, set by Monk, far side for Thompson, but GCU said no at the net and has tied it up again.
The block and rejection rate that GCU has been displaying this game today has been absolutely incredible. They just will not let the Wolverines get those up close net shots.
That's right. Great reaction time too, as that one drifting far back. No one's going to get that for Utah Valley. And pushing forward to the lead again, 4-3 here. GCU. Powers to serve. Oh, that one was just out, side out. Powers off, Chloe Jenkins on. Martinovich off, tag on for Utah Valley. Hits that one up. And they're going to give it to the Wolverines. Sanchez was wanting that one to be out. They said it was in. I thought it was out too. I agreed with Sanchez. But the Wolverines will get the point now, and Thompson is going to send this one back over to the Lopes. Recepted there by Ahern. Set by Carpenter, kept back up, and miscommunication or really just ran out of room. Hannah Hicks ran into a couple of her teammates, getting in the way of allowing them to play that ball, and now a 2-point lead for the Wolverines. To serve is Lexi Thompson. This one on a line drive, set here by Carpenter, who just tried to dump it over instead of actually setting it for a kill. Ahern would send it over now, and hands up there at the net is Hicks and Sanchez. That one will be dumped over the wall in the front, though. Set by Carpenter for Sanchez, and it's going to be out, and a point for the Wolverines. 3 points now is the lead for Utah Valley. Lee Stonerook on. Stonerook, of course, the 14 kills against Seattle. Pond, our leader in today's game with 11. Thompson is right into the net, giving the Lopes a big point as Pond comes on, Ahern comes off. Stonerook to serve. Pond not able to get it over Monk and Dennison here on the near side over the net. And what we talked about, Utah Valley being so well around the net and their advantage in blocks compared to opponents thus far on the season. Carpenter sets to Pond. Monk will take it herself. So Monk didn't set it, took it herself. Kind of hit it nonchalantly with one hand. It had plenty of power. Found open court, 9-5. Dug out there by Jenkins. Pond, a diving attempt there. Pond trying to keep it up. Jenkins, a good job of getting it over with one hand, fading away from the net. Keeps it up now, and we're going to see Pond again with another attempt, which is going to go out on the far side, on the far right corner. Substitution as Aaron Jasicki is on. Number 17, Kat Pond comes off. Dennison serving here for Utah Valley. She'll get it to Jenkins. Look at that, the change of pace that they needed as Jasicki comes on and finds open space, gets a point for GCU, and sometimes that's all that it's about. The opposition maybe reading the swings of the players that have played, maybe give some of the roster that doesn't have the numbers on, and that's what Jasicki has done, but tapped over by Utah Valley. They'll just get the point right back. A kicking attempt to get it up was Jenkins, but unsuccessful. And now we'll see a Monk serve from left to right, 11-6. GCU's hitting percentage down to 128 from the first set at 204. Jasicki coming over the top there. Kept up by Jenkins. Set by Carpenter for Jasicki, and that one goes into the net. On the attacking air. Doubling GCU score is Utah Valley 12-6. To stop the slide, Tim Nolan will call a timeout. And the momentum and the play maybe a little bit slower than what we've seen in set number 2. I haven't necessarily saw the Lopes team that we know has come to the forefront recently. Julie, what about you?
I'm seeing the same kind of thing. The Lopes seem like their anxiety, the anxiousness of this game is getting to them. And winning the first set, losing the second one, and now they're in the danger zone. Like, oh, we have to do something really quickly, and they're trying to rush to decisions. And it looks like they're not really thinking it through entirely, trying to come up with really good plays. They've had some really good stops right here, but overall, their third set gameplay has been a little erratic and a little discombobulated, as they haven't been showing up as we've seen them the rest of this game. So let's hope that this timeout gives them a little bit of a refresher and a reminder of how they've been playing so far, and have them come back and bring it back to Utah Valley.
Yeah, and GCU actually 6 set wins in the first set overall compared to the 12 opponent set wins. And for set number 2, it's 4 for GCU and 14. So they don't do necessarily their best in the second set. But then this set looking good as they have won 8 sets overall in the third set. And the opposition has won 10 in the third set. Point off the timeout for GCU and Sarah Westerman service ace. Not able to get it over. I don't necessarily even think the Utah Valley influenced the path of that ball, but I just don't think it had the mustard to get over. 14-6. The serve to GCU. Can Jasicki make this difference? Come on and switch things up here. Sets it. Diving job in the corner. And Utah Valley gets the point after all.
You can see the Lopes teamwork stepping up a little bit, but they're just not executing all these plays together right now. And it's definitely showing where they're on the court. They need a little pick-me-up. They need something to get this team kick-started back again and show the Lopes that that team that we've been seeing all the whole time.
Yeah, well, 16-6 now, and there it is, a point right there. I was going to say you wanted a point to stop the slide. A 10-point deficit. Didn't want to make it 11. 9's a lot better than 11, and they got it. Carpenter serves. Set there by Monk. Diving attempt to keep it up by Carpenter. Westerman will get it over. And so, back to 10, the lead for the Wolverines. To serve is Kiana Vernon. And GCU will get that point.
Let's hope they can get this point momentum back with these next couple of sets coming up. Want the Lopes to pull back forward.
Yeah, well, it's going to start with 1. 10-9-8, and then just keep chipping your way at points. Good job keeping it up there. Oh, Sanchez. A good stellar reaction. Carpenter will set. Sanchez couldn't do anything with it. 18-9. Westerman receives it. Fake spike there by Christensen. Westerman keeps it up. Powers gets the point for GCU. And right in front of us, diving attempt by Jordan Sanchez to get that ball. But the point went to Utah Valley, and now they'll serve up 20-9. Powers, or I should say Sanchez, that was to return it. So Westerman keeps it up. Hit back over and just out of position, Ahern. Well, GCU and a little bit of a lapse here. Maybe in a little bit of a lull. 21-9, they're just going to need to forget about this set here. Just finish with the points that they can and work on fighting for a fifth set. That ball spiked with authority. 22-9. GCU's hit percentage down to 104. Utah Valley up to 274.
Utah Valley really coming up and attacking GCU really hard, almost as if they're scrambling to try to get the ball over the net.
Yeah, well, good teams will play their best in tight spots. And wow, have we seen a completely different Wolverines team. And for that matter, GCU defensively has not been nearly as buttoned down as we've been accustomed to this afternoon. Set there. They're going to give a point on a double touch to Utah Valley, and we have set threes match point 24-9. Set there. Sanchez can't get it over, and we are done with the third set. Utah Valley will go into the fourth set with the lead. Join us as we see if GCU can fight back and force a fifth set for the third consecutive match. We'll be right back here from Grand Canyon University.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lobos.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley.
Welcome back, Antelope Gymnasium. A minute and 45 seconds away from a fourth set. This is a set that GCU has won 4 times, the fourth set. The opposition winning 5 times. And Huey and I just talking about the change in play from each team. Utah Valley ramping it up a little bit. Grand Canyon maybe caught on their heels a little bit. Hitting percentage for the Wolverines, 276. Above season, well above season average for them, as their season average under 200 for the Lopes, under 100 at .091. So they're going to have to look to convert here in set 4 and get that number up if they want to force a set 5. But the problem here for GCU is they're going to be facing a team with momentum, knowing that they only need one more set left to win and close this thing out. We're going to need to see some of GCU's resilience that we have been accustomed to seeing. We know they've got it in them. We know they can force a fifth set and ultimately win that. But after that third set, sort of disproved what we said earlier, talking about the consistency that was going to be necessary in order to put this one away. And, well, we thought it was going to happen from start to finish, as starting off winning the first set, number 2 then went to Utah Valley in a tough scramble, but then the third set just boat raced by the Wolverines, and a decrease in focus maybe, but GCU back out there behind the 8 ball now, knowing they're going to have to battle just to stay in it. Utah Valley feeling good about themselves, not even allowing the Lopes to double digits. And Heidi Carpenter will serve this thing. 2-1, Utah Valley lead. Will the Lopes force set 5? We're underway here.
We've seen two completely different teams after the second set. Third set was really rough, seeing the Lopes really almost kind of just fall apart with their offense and defense, but we're hoping that they can bring it back, and we're going to see if Utah Valley is going to keep up their aggressive and their powerful streak going on right now. See if the Lopes can bring it back.
They haven't been able to get around the fact that Utah Valley is so good on the net as the point is going to Grand Canyon. No. Yeah. Wait a sec. Some confusion here. That I think they did give the point to Utah Valley. Said it was side out, and now another great finish. Dennison finessing that one, putting it where the Lopes weren't. The communication gone down a little bit here for GCU as Wilden sends this one across. Westerman receives, set by Carpenter, and another strong play at the net, and an excited reaction by Utah Valley. But yeah, I mean, the Lopes haven't been able to get around the exemplary play at the net of Utah Valley, reacting to everything falling. GCU getting the point there on the tip. They're saying that was a tip. Utah Valley not happy about that one at all. Nonetheless, GCU finding their first point here in the set, the final set, or the fourth set. Set here, and that one, good job of keeping it up, not letting it go to the ground, but then Utah Valley, Dennison and Thompson would be the one that would kill it and finish it. The 4-point lead, and a substitution. Ahern off, Stonework on.
The intensity on the Lopes' faces right now, if you could see, is just absolutely brutal. They're focused. They're trying to really work together as a team right now to really turn this set around, get some more points on this scoreboard.
To add on to that, Coach Tim Nolan, of course, sort of concerned look on his face, knowing the start that they had. Kind of looked like this would be the game, the match that got GCU out of it. And we are hoping for the resilience here late, down 5-1, and a chance to force a fifth set. Westerman to serve. GCU just needs to keep their heads, stay positive, stay confident. We've got some substitution confusion here. Lindsay Tagg comes on. Izzy Hinton comes off. Tagg will serve. Five to 1. Kept in here, and a good job of moving that over to where she wanted to go. This one will be out, and it'll be 5-2. Attacking the other by Utah Valley. That's what they want to see. They're going to need a little bit of help from the opposition if they want to force set 5. Westerman serves. Set by Monk. Killed by Madison Dennison. The swinging power has changed for the better if you're a Utah Valley fan. Seems like each kill is getting stronger for the Wolverines. Thompson serves. Kiana Vernon comes on. Dennison and Vernon, another good job of getting it back over and not allowing GCU to kill it, but a block attempt will be out there. And GCU will get the point. 6-3. Powers serves. A service air there, just a little bit too hard. The 7th of its kind. A stalemate at that statistic. 7 apiece for the Wolverines and the Antelopes. Serve here. Kept in. And a good job. Monk now for Utah Valley. And Monk set that one perfectly for Kiana Vernon, able to use her strength, get that one across the court. And an 8-3 advantage for Utah Valley, forces a timeout for the Lopes and Tim Nolan. Utah Valley seems to be running away with this one. 302 hitting percentage, GCU 0.094. It's going to be important for GCU not to read into the score line and just play like they have been. And Dewey, what do you think has been the difference between the first 2 sets and really the 3rd set and ultimately now this set?
Honestly, I think it's just part of the focus. I mean, they look like they're focused, but something is going on with the GCU dynamic and the Lopes dynamic that is proving otherwise. They haven't been as focused this set or the last set, and Utah Valley is really pulling forward because of it. The Lopes are playing strong, but they're just not executing and converting all of what they need to as successfully as they were at the beginning of this the game. And so with Utah Valley attacking strongly, we need the Lopes to think more collectively and more together. There's been a lot of miscommunication going on and a lot of misunderstanding, and Utah Valley has had not so much of that.
Yep, and if we're being honest, the Lopes look just a little bit tired to me. Worn out, of course, the game on Thursday. Good job there of responding off the timeout by Hicks. Off the hands of a Wolverine. And out. 8-3. Stone Rook to serve. Sends it across here. That one, good job punching the fist there by Sanchez of keeping it up for a teammate, allowing him to send it back over to the Wolverine side. But there on the far side, it's Brighton Taylor, the 6'1" middle blocker, getting the point for Utah Valley, stretching the lead to 5, 9-4. Catrice Pond, 11 kills. Madison Dennison, 11 kills. The leaders for their team. Diving Jenkins keeps this one up. And Sanchez mishit that one as it was just a little bit too hard. Got a little bit too much of it. Kelsey Monk to serve in a 10-4 fourth set. Lobs this one up. Carpenter will not set it, but swing it over. Finds the empty open court. And it cuts the lead to 5. Set there. Ball coming towards us. Off that kill by Kiana Vernon. Off the hands of the Lope. Couldn't play that one as it was hit too hard and received an awkward position. And again, Carpenter will not set it, but put it between the Wolverines as Martinovich on, Kiana Vernon off. Carpenter serves, gets it to Martinovich. Flailing a hand at it was Wilden, able to keep it up now. And now here, that one's set high. Diving to keep the ball from falling down, couldn't do it. And a point for Grand Canyon. Carpenter serves. Off the top of the net, over to the Utah Valley side though. And into the net is Lexi Thompson on an attacking error there. The 15th of its kind for Utah Valley, 25 for Grand Canyon. Set here by Monk. Far right side, there's a lefty swing. And there's Christensen, kept that one up off a hard kill attempt by Powers and a good block by the Wolverines. And this ball's still up. Westerman keeps this one up. Westerman sends this one to Jenkins, who sets it over, and finally it would be finished by Utah Valley. A lot of action there. Lakeisha Wilden serves. Westerman receives. Sanchez, no, not quite kept up by Utah Valley. And a hard-fought point, and a point that looked like it would go to the Lopes. Goes to Utah Valley, and right now, GCU's just got to have a little bit more will. They just got to will themselves to win this game. And the Lopes call a timeout at a 14-8 scoreline.
Back in the first set, after the first two timeouts that the Lopes had, from having a really rough round, they came back stronger than ever. Let's hope that with this right here, that the Lopes will come back after this timeout and bring it up to the Utah Valley Wolverines.
Yeah, that's all right. All it's going to take is just a little change, just a little run to get Utah Valley off their high horse.
One of the toughest things about it, though, is that in the beginning, as they were both watching each other, one team was always going to figure it out first, and they're going to come out on top, and the other team is going to adapt to that, and it's going to just be a back-and-forth adaptability to how the teams are playing and what's going on. So GCU just needs to, they got to figure out what Utah Valley's doing different and what they're stepping up to, and they got to counter that and come back quick if they want to bring it down and force it into a five set.
Just like you said, yeah, it's got to be quick. 14-8. Not too much time left to do it here if they want it. Which they do, as Wilden will serve. Kept up here, that's going to be, wow. Kept up by Martinovich, and she barely got her hand into that ball. Gives an opportunity for Utah Valley to get the point. And that's the change that we've seen from the first set to the second set. More plays being made by set over. Wilden couldn't quite get it over the net. It was Christensen. 16-8. Wilden serves again. Christensen sets, and Carpenter set to Christensen. Kept up there. Christensen keeps it up off the net. Sent over by Westerman. Christensen down. Looks like she is in pain, and we will rejoin you in set number 4 after this injury.
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes Rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and
Christensen
restaurant.
up
Experience
after
a
the
University
tremendous effort
Championship golf course this
to
summer.
keep the ball
with great
up.
rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
Christensen up. Over to the sideline to check in with coach, make sure she's all right. Just maybe banged up a little bit on initial contact. And at any level, you trail, emotion will be flowing a little bit more than usual. But let's see if GCU can rally here. Kept up. Powers can't find inside the lines, 17-8. Wilden sends it over. And Ahern. Now we'll hit it over, set by Monk. Hit back, and a point for Utah Valley. 18-8. The lead back to 10. GCU's hitting percentage .076. Utah Valley's just under 300 at 298 as Jordan Sanchez gets a point here for the Lopes. Good to see some life here for them. Maybe thinking about Christensen's injury a little bit. Thompson can't find it, and it is 18-10 now. That attacking error, the 15th by Utah Valley. Kept up here, came off the Wolverine player's hand. Dennison's hand a little bit awkwardly. Don't know if she meant to do that, but it found open space, forced Jenkins to dive, couldn't get to it. Serve here by Tag. Punched over. And this one kept up here. Still up. And it falls.
Looking like the Lopes are trying to confuse the Utah Valley Wolverines by incorporating a lot of movement into their play on defense and offense, trying to confuse them and making them not be able to see exactly what's going on and who's going to do what when they're going to do it. And they might actually be confusing themselves too, looking at all they don't know exactly who's going to hit what, and it's causing some frustration for them. You can see it on their faces.
Yeah, we get to a point like this, trying anything necessary. 21-10 score. Pond, power on that one. Returned by Wilden though. Pond's going to try again. She will get the point for GCU. And it's a 10-point deficit at 21-11. Catrice Pond, kill number 12. A hitting percentage of 167. Diving there. Davies will get the point for Utah Valley, 22-11. Kiana Vernon comes on. Maria Martinovich off, as we've seen so many times today. Davies will serve, 22-11. Pond, far side, point there for GCU, 22-12. Keeping the life alive.
The Lopes are not quite done yet. going to keep fighting until they absolutely cannot anymore.
The mantra of the season, as Monk will send this one over. 23-12 to serve is Dennison. Westerman recepted it, and Pond is going to get. No, that's going to be a point for Utah Valley. It'll be the match point, 24-12. Set number 4, 2-1 Utah Valley Wolverines lead. If they win, it's over. And not. Well, there it is. 3-1. And it is over. GCU dropping another one. A hard-fought match. Dewey, what did you like about today? What didn't you like? What is GCU going to need to build on for next Saturday's matchup? Next Friday's matchup, sorry.
I absolutely love GCU's tenacity in the beginning. The first 2 sets, they showed up, they were excited for this game. They came to play. Their offense and defense were fresh, ready to go. Whatever they'd done in practice had definitely shown. But headed towards after the halftime for the last 2 sets, you could see that they were starting to get worn out a little bit. They definitely were trying to keep up with the Utah Valley Wolverines, but Utah Valley just kept overpowering them, outspeeding them, outrunning them, and they were just going for it, going for the kill. And hopefully the Lopes, as we've seen, they keep growing as a team together, offense and defensively. And the Lopes definitely have put up a good, formidable contest against the Utah Valley Wolverines today. And it's definitely shown in the last couple of games, and I think will continue to show as they continue to get better and they continue to grow as a team together.
That's right, GCU continuing to make strides for next season and the push for the WAC-off season. But from this game today between Utah Valley and Grand Canyon, we will wrap up. Don't forget to miss the next women's game this Friday the 21st. The Lopes take on Cal State Bakersfield. Of course, if you can't watch the game in person, we will be streaming it live on GCU.tv at 6 p.m. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. Have a great day, everybody, and go Lopes!
Around the Western Athletic Conference.